Lake Hackett here over at Scotland. I brought my dad over with me to find a creature known as the Loch Ness Monster. Here at Invermoyston, the river from which the town takes its name simply means the river of waterfalls. And it does what it says on the can. From this old summer house, one has a view of the river as it flows under the Telford Road Bridge that takes the main road along the north shore from Inverness at the far east end of the loch to Fort Augustus at its western end. Now, let's have a look at the show, shall we? Before we get into our search for Nessie, a few facts might be of interest. The loch is predominantly formed in a natural fault line created some 350 million years ago and runs from northeast to southwest. It is 22.75 miles long and contains 263,000 million cubic feet of fresh water, more than all the lakes of England and Wales put together. In 1804, the famous engineer Telford turned the loch into a major thoroughfare by joining it to Fort William on the Irish Sea coast and the North Sea at Inverness via the Caledonian Canal. For lochs which are 110 feet long, 40 feet wide and 25 feet deep, allowed very large cargo and passenger ships of the day to pass through. This is a great feat of engineering, as can be seen at Fort Augustus. A few days ago, an 80-year-old lady fell into the loch here and then was rescued by the loch keeper. This is the Moray Firth. Behind me is Inverness. This is where the loch drains into the sea. We haven't found the monster so far, so I think we'll go to Great Glen. Will we find the monster there? Or maybe not. Let's take a look. This beach close to the eastern end of the loch at the village of Dawes gives a great view down the loch. The gentleman behind me has been looking for the Loch Ness Monster for 16 years. It is a popular observation point used by many Nessie hunters, but you can't see all the loch. Just as from the south end looking up, you again can't see all the loch. So observation from the centre seems the best chance to spot Nessie. We decided to make our camp outside the town of Drumnadrochit, about 1/3 along the north shore from Inverness. Our camp was just over the hill behind Urquhart Castle, overlooking the deepest point in the loch at 230 metres, twice the height of the Millennium Wheel in London. The town has a great museum with lots of information. We're in a different place we are. I haven't found any monsters for you, but I had found a few wild things. Come over with me. Over here are tree carvings. There's a wild cat, a squirrel, and a fox. On the other side are other tree carvings. There's a golden eagle and a roe deer. Apart from monsters, the searches for which have led to many sunken boats and other items being recovered from the loch. One of closer interest is in 1985, a Wellington bomber that ditched on New Year's Eve in 1940 was recovered and is now restored and exhibited at Brooklands, just a few miles from our home in London. Well, my search for Nessie has not brought fame and fortune with an original picture of the monster, but as we went along the south shore, trying to get a good view up and down the loch from a central point, Dad took some pictures from a point he insisted was the dead center of the south shore. Like all good directors, I review the pictures of the day. Do my eyes deceive me? Or is that flying saucer landing on the loch? Maybe Nessie has upgraded for the 21st century? To the south of Loch Ness there are many beautiful mountains and glens. You'll find many cattle and sheep. Here there are many lochs, large and small. Over the years, Nessie has been seen in many of these lochs. People believe that Nessie has been swimming between the lochs through underground passages. I appreciate that hunting monsters is not for everyone, so for you, here are some pictures of flora and fauna. Could that be an undiscovered specimen, I wonder? We may have not found Nessie, but if you went to Scotland, would you find the truth about Nessie? I hope you enjoyed watching the show. Thanks for watching. This is Blake from Scotland signing off. Quick, Dad. Nessie's in the other loch.
Pardon?
She's
Where?
in the other loch.
Where? Where is she?
Oh, you missed it.
Oh no.
Oh, you cuckoo. Maybe one day. Come on, Dad. You got to get all that kit back in the car if we're to get home today.